Hey everyone, for this tutorial and tips and tricks, I'm going to look at shift clicking. So this is really for the very beginners of StarCraft 2, but maybe if you're a little bit like beginner intermediate, maybe you didn't realize how easy it was, or what exactly you can shift click. I don't know, maybe it happens, right? But for the basics, here we go. So I'm going to have Marines being shift click on top of these drones. Let's pretend at once upon a time they were mining at a hatchery, but now they're not. Because that's the storyline I like to set up. But let's see. So if you're just doing this whole thing where you're aim moving into the drones, I mean, that's fine. That's going to kill a drone right there. See? Okay, well, it's going to run away, actually. But there you go. But if you want to be fancy, let's say that you got a drop way over here on this moon or whatever it is, and then you also have like something else going over here, like your own base, and you don't really want to babysit a couple of Marines, but you know that there's a nice juicy mineral line that deserves to be killed with Terran player. What you're going to do is you're going to hold down shift. I'm going to hold down shift right now. And then hit, oh, I actually hit A. And then you're going to just click on every individual drone. And that'll force them to hit every single drone in the order that you do it. So sometimes this will actually be more of a curse than a blessing. If one drone gets chased to, like, you know, Africa or somewhere, then that's going to be on you for not paying attention. But, you know, if they're not paying attention, then it actually makes it a lot easier. The other thing you can do with shift click, whoopsie, don't all attack each other. That's just chaos. Is you can actually set up pathing shift clicks. So if I want to go over here and then 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 here and here and here and here and here and here, that's how you make the hearts. That's how you make the little pentagrams, whatever you want to do if in your game. And, of course, you can, from there, go ahead and A-click on these drones to attack them. I actually don't know if there's a limit to shift commands. There might just be, but it'll be hard, you know, you'd be hard-pressed to actually find it in a regular game. So the last thing that I want to emphasize for the shift click is that you can also shift click transformations, which can be pretty helpful. So what do I mean by that? Let's actually just clear this out, get some... let's say liberators, that'll be pretty useful. And then 4 drones, once again. But okay, same scenario, right? You're gonna drop over here, you got your mineral base over here, and the drones are mining so peacefully on their mineral line. And you have a liberator. Actually, you have 2, because I made 2. What you're gonna do is you're gonna shift click here, here, and then the button to change her into defender mode is E. So you're still holding down shift, and you press E where you want to go. And then she will get ready to attack, and you can do the same thing with this one, and then just let B, and then do like your million other drops, right? Easy peasy. Emphasize, let's look at tanks now. Tanks do the same thing. I want to go up against this ledge, but I want to do other things as well, so shift, move, then E, same button as liberator, and that'll do it. No matter how many you go up to, as long as you press that E button eventually, and it'll go ahead and siege up. The last thing about shift click, so we went over attacking with it, we went over sieging with it. Now what about abilities and spells? Yes, that also can be shift click. So in this situation we have a couple of juicy lings and, you know, an infestor, because it's a CVZ. Means it's very exciting. So you have this infestor. First thing I'm going to do is shift click to move it around, and then I'm going to now press R to make it burrow and then move. There it goes. Actually, I don't know. He, I don't know. And you can do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and make it cast... whoops, that was actually Neuroparasite. Let's try that again. Fungal. Easy peasy. Upon doing this, though, I remembered one more thing that you might want to know about shift clicking. This one's a little more advanced. Let's get some stalkers in here. Some of you already might know where I'm going with this. So let's say that, actually, let's make it a bit more of a story here. Let's say that, let's actually swap this around. There you go. So again, you have this nice little mineral line, and you have a ton of blink stalkers. Now you've manually blinked up here. You want to make sure they get in, and you're like, okay, this is awesome. This is going really, really well. But you want to get out, but you want to make sure that all your blink stalkers get out, because you have a lot of them, and if you do this old thing, like, oh shit, like, oh man, so many stalkers are caught. Like, oh, this is like an infomercial. How many times has this happened to you? Well, what you can do with that, again, you can kind of manually do this, where you just force them to go up against each other. And then blink in, is what you can do is when you're done attacking and you want to skedaddle, go ahead and shift-click and then... that was actually the wrong button. Shift-click and then press B to blink down. And they'll blink down like this. I don't know why that one didn't, to be honest, but the rest of them did exactly what they're supposed to do. And they waited until they were at the point closest so that they would blink, as opposed to blinking all at once, and then some of them being on the low ground and some of them being on the high ground. So that should do it for the shift clicks, unless I forgot something, but hopefully you learned a little bit in this video for tips and tricks, and I'll see you guys next time.